Welcome back, ladies and gents. We're about to get underway in towards our second map. It is Vertigo, the pick of 9. And they've already taken HONORIS' map pick and claimed it as their own. Nuke defeated in double OT. Can they continue their triumphant run? Book their tickets towards Brazil. After wait and see.
Indeed, going to pan out on this map then. Ryko, the first line of defense on these duels. He's looking for the fights. He's really hungry for them. Got the armor as well to boot, so really could be deadly if they're not careful. Meanwhile, it's going to be the fully fledged execute. Ryko only in for one. They're going to go down onto the planter here. Oh, and actually takes him out. Kai, I think, had taken some chip damage through the smoke, so that's going to be the 4 versus 3 ensuing now. They've got a kit available. They've got flash and a smoke available. In they will go. Goofy finds 2 on the Glock, though. 3 overall for him. Back into a 2-on-2. Hard to call who's going to come out on top of things here. Another smoke goes down to keep them at bay. A later smoke, in fact, from 9. I think it was Hades that puts that one down. Really smart stuff. So it's going to buy some more time. Great find from Hades, and Goofy still alive. Nice pick up from SaMey, but just playing around the time here is going to be Hades hidden away. Looking above, drops down SaMey, and he's picking up where he left off, isn't he? Beautiful stuff from Hades.
He's just an animal, this man. So talented. Continues to prove his dominance. What a round. But of course, it's actually Goofy for 3k that really matters most. But it's Hayes in the clutch, which sees that one off fantastically. Of course, that means 9. Pretty comfortable buys to come through for them. Double Mac 10, double Galil, 1 AK to work with on the side. Double MP9 and a FAMAS is all they can wield. It's a full investment by HONORIS. Firepower ever so slightly lacking could make this quite difficult. Anyway, teammates coming through. Sobble down to 42. And he gets spammed through the smoke by Hades. This guy continues to be impressive.
Yep, and it's a very scary prospect if he can hit the same numbers as he did last map. This is a very comfortable one for 9 as well. Do love playing it. So I really do start to worry a little bit for the likes of HONORIS.
Augur's very quiet for 9. I think for them, ever so slightly maybe cautious of a gamble stack, cautious of these sort of gimmicky corners, hence where that Molotov comes from. It kind of clears the close position, and hence why they didn't really want to push through the smoke. So often that you see someone posted up towards that right-hand side. The Mac 10 farming some cash for Kate. That's easy fragging, and same can be said for Goofy. Will he see it off? No. Taz trades him out, but he's all alone. Now in a 1 versus 4. He might potentially get one more. There's a low HP player of Kylar close, who will fall. So making it expensive. And picking himself up into an AK as well. That's alright.
Only got 11 bullets here, though. The Mac 10 going to come around the corner. They walk past each other. KO gets it, retrieves himself the AK as well. So no harm, no foul in the end. Still, HONORIS a little deflated in the early rounds. 9 looking to pick up where they left off. And that is kind of the trend of the day. And, well, it was an awfully long one, nearly on for 2 hours. Fatigue starts to set in, and the comfort on this map for HONORIS, it's the one chink in the armor, so to speak. They looked very good yesterday on their own map picks, on some of the middling maps for them. It was Vertigo that stuck out like a bit of a sore thumb, though.
Yeah.
3rd round comes nice and easy for 9.
That was a massacre there, I've got to say, towards mid. Nothing HONORIS could do. And, of course, they had nothing to work with. So he sort of expected to get it over and done with a bit of a cannon fodder round. But now, 3-0, 9. Great start to their map pick. And a map in which we've actually seen some fairly decent performances come out from 9. In kind of somewhat recent history. Statistically speaking as well, one of their best maps. Alongside, funnily enough, on the side at Overpass. Another banger for them. Hades starting well. Through the smokes, having a lot of success here. He obviously knows his angles. They'll kickstart this round. Early doors, man advantage.
Yep, pretty good move in from 9. Really unexpected kind of play, I suppose. Hades, though, yeah, he's taking over here. He feels confident. He's playing confident. These are people that, you know, he's kind of outgrown in a way. Learned from maybe in the past. Look at him go. An opportunity onto lunAtic here as well to just keep the headshots coming. Disgusting from Hades. It really is. Oh my goodness, and just mowing through them here. HONORIS looking very flat in the early stages of Vertigo.
Gotta say, I said, if Hades continues, you know, he dropped 39 kills in the first map. Yes, it was double OT, but he dropped 39 kills in the first map. And if he continues on that sort of form, oh my God, this gets brutal. It does start to get very, very concerning. Also to mention as well, 9 are on a 4-map winning streak, which actually could have been made massively more. The only loss they've picked up in essentially like the last 10 is Astralis, and they lost 2-0 in that one. Aside from that, they have been on an unbelievable run of form, beating teams like Sprout, B&E, 9Z as well. Very decent team there. Copenhagen Flames, one of the best within Tier 2. Saw, Eternal Fire, 500, Miles and XT, just to name a few. I can keep listing them off because there's so many teams this 9 side have comfortably beaten. Like I said, of the last 10, 15 matches they've played, only ones they've lost to, Astralis 2-0, and then in another Polish derby, they lost 2-1 to Illuminar, but that was quite a while ago.
These derbies always tend to be a little bit different as well, to be fair. It's a line that we've not followed too hard because it's a little bit overplayed whenever they happen. But, you know, they have their local lands and all this sort of stuff, right, that they get involved in when they're on the come-up.
Yeah, of course.
And it can just function a little bit differently because, you know, you feel like there's a bit more on the line. It's not just IEM Brazil here. There's that national pride aspect and the bragging rights.
Yeah, you find a second gear, don't you? When you know there's kind of the bragging rights to come out. lunAtic, IGL, 4-1. Hades, quick trade. 7-0 he currently stands. What about start by him? That's all. And this should be a clean, comfortable round for 9. Only really pistols they have to fare off.
In they'll go. If he takes smokes, anything coming in here for the CT side. Taz and SaMey just trying to lead the charge here, hoping that they can find a head or something along those lines. But unfortunately, I was going to say nothing coming in for them. There you go. 2 quick ones. Taz going to continue to stick around. Goofy takes his head clean off, though. Only 2 surviving. So they do make it costly in the end. But a 5th in a row for 9.
Yeah. Hey. I would be honest, I think for HONORIS, at the moment, they'll take anything. This has not been the dream start. 9 for attack pause. Okay. Sort of interesting there that 9 are the ones calling for attack pause. They're absolutely running riot right now. So, you know, in my eyes, I'm looking at this, and if I'm 9, I don't want to give any sort of instance or any sort of way for HONORIS to get back into this in terms of by them cooling off. I guess, you know, they know that HONORIS are going to have a full buy coming in towards this next round, so they want to make sure they continue on a triumphant run of form and, I guess, learn from what they've seen so far, too. Well, yeah, 9 scored a pause. Not exactly a mistake or anything egregious. It's just the fact that, you know, we saw earlier, both teams burned their attack pauses quite early in towards regulation. And when we got towards OT, they just couldn't stop the momentum of each other. And I think, you know, obviously came back to bite HONORIS. They used their final attack pause when it was like 12-13. And then it went all the way to OT, and they just couldn't do anything to stop that 9 train.
Yep. We'll see how things pan out here, but so far, so good for 9. It will be Hades towards the bottom end of ramp, looking to try and find something. SaMey, though, out in towards middle is going to take out Minio. A great start coming in for HONORIS.
Minio falling, I've got to say. First time I think we've probably seen HONORIS take the numbers advantage early into the round. Hades warping play and playing around the smoke. Now, of course, his information slightly limited. Oh, I didn't spot him crossing back. Very fortunate to stay alive here. Oh my God, fine margins.
SaMey in for another. Looking good here for HONORIS to pick up their first end, and SaMey on the orb, the sort of new addition to the defense, making all the difference. I don't rightly know what to do, where to play it from. There's, I think, 2 in on this A bomb site, though. Rotation from Sobol is coming in nice and quick. SaMey, will he be pushed off here? Will he be flashed off effectively? Hades creeping slowly but surely around. Flash comes in. Double scope for Hades. Oh, almost round the corner. The right eye going to beat out SaMey. So they've taken him down. But now what? K inside of smoke. Going to work off the back of the flash, bring it back to a 3 versus 3. They don't have any utility to stop the cross. It's actually a CT smoke from Taz to give them the space to work with. Bomb plant coming in. K finds a big headshot. The Orb of Hades, however, is now going to be left alone in the 1v1. Oh my goodness, crazy flurry of frags coming in towards this A bomb site, as can so often happen on the retakes. Taz has got the right idea. Hades looking and watching. The angle is not fast enough. Taz will take him down, and that's the first round for HONORIS.
New guard versus the old guard, and it's experience that stands up. Taz ever so slightly rolling back the years there. A good round from him. 2 kills to his name and an AWP scooped up to find HONORIS there first. Of course, it won't have massive detrimental effects over towards 9. Does make me question whether the pause was the right idea, but that's all if, buts, and maybes. Hindsight 2020 and all of the rest. While we have a break in the action, just to update you for those who are watching here, on the B stream, Big versus Ent in that lower bracket game, Big took map number 1, their pick of Inferno, 16-9. And now on map 3 of Nuke, the pick of Ents, and it's 3-1 in favor of Big as of right now. So that one looking quite interesting as well.
Just nades ringing out in the early stage of this round. 9 not going for anything fast. Not really changing up their game too much. 6-1 doesn't look much worse than 5-1, I think, is the logic on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really slow here. Just hoping that that first pick comes easy, especially if they are 9, but HONORIS taking their 1 round, resting on their heels a little bit. Not wanting to give the game away.
Yeah, I like this. Very slow from 9, but it's sort of a methodical approach, it seems. Question is, where do they end up? Okay, elevated angle. We'll take the first engagement momentarily.
Oh, sound 1-for-1. Another 1-for-1 coming in. This is the spray down, though, as Goofy gets Taz. 3-on-2. Still got the AWP posted up. They're going to go towards B. Minio's managed to push his way out here, and quite substantially so. I think he might just have been seen. Ryko goes in for the wide swing to try and be the hero. Unfortunately, it's a dink-for-dink type deal. And the AK comes out on top of that one. SaMey then the only one left. The nade that he's just picked up could do an awful lot of damage, but I don't think that he fancies his chances here.
I think he saves. He's got to, right? They cannot afford to have one in towards the next. Just keep hold of what you've got. There's no point giving this a go here. The same, he play exits. Aggro exits, I like that. If anyone comes his way, got a good opportunity to maybe make it a little bit expensive on the way out. But either way, 9 back in control and 9 back doing what they have been. Dominating, taking all of this space, and a great T-side mid-round call, I gotta say, coming through. That worked really, really well from them. One will go off momentarily. 9 up to a 5-round lead once again. This is a really good start to Vertigo, I gotta say. As things go, the start is fantastic. Goofy,
what?
mate. Couple of question marks about that one. Gonna just throw out there. Don't think that's a good idea. Just, yeah. Cameraman, I couldn't have said it better myself. We're shaking our heads. And I think everyone at home's probably shaking their heads. Goofy, that was kind of goofy of you to be doing that, to say the least. Hey, they still got a 5-round buffer, but if they lose this game, I'm coming back to that round.
Yep. I don't know.
We do a little trolling.
Little wild.
We do a little trolling.
Yeah, why not? And I mean, look at it. He would have been 14 kills right now, but 13 is whatever. Not as impressive, right? I don't know. No harm, no foul. They ultimately have loads of cash, and it's not going to make too much of a difference in the grand scheme. SaMey will find Minio on that AWP. The contact pretty aggressive there from the lone HONORIS rifler. Oh, the 5-7. As you say, it's a little bit busted. And Ryko going to find a frag off the back of it. 4v3 ensues here. Hades needed to find that one. Look at where K is. He's so aggressive up the ramp. Somehow has managed to slip by Not really sure what's happened. Maybe a crossing in the night near Sandbag. Either way, the AWP's going to get dropped in a second here. He might even look to try and get more off the back of it. B control. Still creeping in. Yeah, he wants this B control. Ryko watching the bridge out. Or looks away at the perfect time, and this is the big one. He will get spotted, actually gets taken down. Kai gets too greedy. He gets way too greedy. They will have the info in, but unfortunately, it looks like they're going to lose out to the pistols here. Just going to be goofy, not ready for the AWP. And down he will go. Kai will be kicking himself. He doesn't get anything off the back of that flank.
No, exactly that. It looked like they were set up. And now, I guess, a little bit of not so much. Of course, they can, once again, continue taking this over. The T-side have built up a fairly stable economy. Where for HONORIS, they've had to work hard to get to this point. It's still quite a deficit. 9, another pause being called, though. So far, in my eyes, it feels like a pretty decent T-side being set up by 9, but I think for them, they just want to, you know, pump the brakes a bit. I mean, it's a good opportunity, I guess, for Minio, the IGL, Norot, the coach as well, to have a little conversation. Kind of, you know, just I guess patch over a couple of these errors, a couple of these gaps that are happening right now. There's been a few rookie mistakes creeping in, and maybe they're causing a little bit of problems here and there. But as things stand, I don't think 9 need to be, you know, too uncomfortable right now. It's a pretty decent start.
It is. And I think they understand the position that they're in, that if they can continue this trend, they could perhaps win the half before, you know, the going gets tough, as it were. They want to make sure that HONORIS are down and out. And now is a good time to do that. Take the pause early. I like it. I like it a lot because they got 6 rounds really quickly, really easily. And, you know, a string of 2 is really not anything. The door is still wide open to hit double digits.
It feels right now, right, that they kind of have to. They should. Just what a question of if they do. Already the opener. Go in the way of HONORIS. Great start once again. lunAtic leading from the front. 9 forced to once again pump the brakes and decide what do they do from here. What's the call by Minio?
Difficult. Hades going to be sent off on his own. But they're looking for simple contact ramp control. They'll get to a certain level, but there's going to be a lot of work required to push past this. In come the nades. Oh, nice heavy high position in from Sobol. Good for 1. lunAtic going to get a flash out. Doesn't spot anything. The smokes are down. Nice little Molotov to push them away and 1 to push him away as well. Only 3 remaining 30 seconds. Got to get this bomb across into a plant spot. They're going to try for an open plant, I believe. lunAtic goes a little bit wild and does give his life away. Trace is followed. Nade goes down here. Goofy takes minimal damage from it. Taz going to find him through the smoke, though. That is a little bit unfortunate. But they've got the plant in. They've got retake smokes galore. Hades playing so damn well. Ready to find the head of the first. Oh, they're buying time, but Hades around it. Smoke comes in. That's going to hit him. Gives his position away. Still able to play around it. It's Ryko on the edge of the smoke that finds it. It's all going to be down to Minio in the 1 versus 3. There's not a lot of time for this. If he finds the defuser, oh, he could get it. He finds the head of the first pretty quickly. Ryko got to get this kill, and he does. Still, is there enough time? It's awfully close. Just about over the line for Taz. 3 in a row for HONORIS, but they are really having to work for these.
Yeah, about a second on that. Very, very close. Just actually a little bit less. Very, very close. 9. What was once a pretty decent lead built up. In a position now where things are starting to crumble from around them. Maybe there's early tack pauses. They could see the future in a way that maybe we couldn't. They had a good opportunity to sort of guarantee themselves heading in towards that halfway mark at double digits or very close. Now that conversation sort of is out of the question. They're struggling to put up the performances that they started off this half with.
Yeah. Yep, hoping they can come in with a bit more speed into this round. Minio going to eat the nade early on. A lot of damage done. They're going to flash in. Ooh, it's a bit of a fail flash, though. So you have to be careful with how they move around here. Much quicker on the A take from 9. Just looking, you know, the couple round buffer that they could get themselves would be really handy.
Bit of damage dealt. Bit of a spam coming through as well. It's information gained, but nothing really being given up for the time being. Even 9, it sort of feels like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They just don't know how to pull apart this HONORIS defense. And the smoke will be dropped just shy of a minute on the clock.
Very slow on the upswing here. SaMey. First line of defense does get traded out. 2 bodies ready to go around this corner, though. Minio trying to play around it. Oh, my goodness. And a triple entry coming in from Minio is absolutely out of this world. Still, is it going to be enough? They're going to fake plant in. Maybe bait out some utility, bait out some bullets. Meanwhile, Kylar on the flank. He's going to push forwards and try and find at least one of these. Confirm the fact, that they are saving spots out the barrel. And I think he does know that they are saving now. Just, you want to eliminate all the weapons here. You look how low the money is. Oh, an opportunity for a knife there, I would say. But doesn't go for it. Disappointing.
Especially with a bit of that, the old regional kind of bragging rights there. I would like to have seen that. Oh my god. I don't think Taz spotted him. So Hades, who's a low HP, that could have been his orb dropped into wrong hands. Well, it's definitely Taz who's saving the AK. I think it's actually Hades who gets on the dodge there a little bit. We're all right. Bomb goes off, and of course, 9 back to their winning ways. Gap of 4 extended once again. HONORIS. I think for them, they know that already this is starting to look like quite a mountainous task ahead of them. I'm sure they're feeling the pressure, but haven't opted for a timeout just yet. Haven't opted to try and cut the tempo. Of course, when they go in towards a low buy, their economy gets broken. That's when we might see it come out. And the fact that Sobel's only got an MP9 doesn't fill me with confidence at the very least.
So we're going to take a tag there, I believe, from the AWP, actually. Might have been a leg. Leaves him very low indeed. Somehow he's still alive. I have no idea why or how.
Why?
Unbelievable. Yeah. He's just gets away. Still going to eat a tag, though, into the start of this round.
Can't even play Bogdan's Law. If they're an AWP, I actually would drop over to a Sobel. We know this guy can secondary AWP pretty well, but I can't really abide by that law. They might just use him as cannon fodder. Just use him to die for information, which I don't actually even mind too much.
Slow swing forwards. Ooh, a triple peak coming in. Hades, thank goodness, has the trade there for the T side. This guy very nearly went down. Even at wanting, they've got to know that there's only one on towards B. Flash comes around for Ryko to work with, though. Going to take down Minio. It's now back to the drawing board for 9. They're opting to maybe look towards A. Hades coming in with a bit of pace on this utility. Trying to lead the charge. They're going to dribble and juggle these smokes up. Make sure that they have a way in to get the bomb plant. Oh, got to be careful with these spams. Got to be careful. Hades was ready to go on the smoke going down there, but the opportunity eludes him. Slow walking. It's going to be a flash round to allow for the bomb plant. Taz finds Hades through the smoke, maybe above one of the smokes. Nonetheless, it's just going to be down to Goofy and Kylar. Feels very strange that we end here. It's been really slow from both sides. Just going to be Goofy then trying to find some heads. Not going to happen for him and HONORIS. They're back to their winning ways.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, it's actually a decent little retake there coming from HONORIS, but it was a weird and wonderful round. Sobel starts off the round at 16 points of HP, and you should have assumed that inevitably Nine will just play the numbers game. Nine will just see that one off quite easily. But I think for them, there was a case of, overthinking and overcomplicating that situation when it actually sort of all they needed to do was just play trades. They sort of had the betterment when it came to utility to work with, maybe even the firepower too, and definitely HP in Sobel's case. So I think Nine just overcomplicated that situation, overthought it massively. If they simplified it, it would have been all right. Even if they rotated back over towards B and just played contact there with a bit of utility, it would have probably been fine.
So what's the move for this round? There is going to be a buy up from 9, but it's not the best. definitely leaves you wanting. Nice little touchdown nade to leave Kai on 65 HP. Since this run arounds, they've really struggled here. Ooh, gotta watch out. The AWP gonna get overwhelmed. The AK also gonna get overwhelmed. Goofy finds Ryko. What is going on here? That's got to be the B bomb site recovered, or at the very least secured. This is such a mess right now. 3v3 bomb gonna go down. SaMey left on 5 HP. That is a big deal with this one. A very big deal indeed. They're trying to work their way back in towards the B bomb site, but I don't know. I might even say that you got to move to save on this. They're firmly locked out. They don't really have the cash to buy into the next if everyone goes down. I don't know. A lot of noise as well. Goofy up front, Gen. Kylar set up with him. They're just going to get absolutely decimated. And SaMey not a chance with only 5 HP. It will be 9 moving up to 8.
Guaranteed that lead at the half, and now we can start looking at this whole series potentially going in a little bit of jeopardy. This is already, you know, relatively concerning in some ways. Right now, though, bit of a breather. 9, double the rounds of HONORIS. But most importantly, HONORIS, the buy that they've got to work with isn't great. Unfortunately, looking like a bit of a tech pause here. Hopefully nothing too egregious. Okay. Only a small thing. It seems like Ryko might have timed out. Hopefully get him back in the server momentarily, and then we can go back on the way. 9 doing pretty good. I think, you know, you got the individual stepping up. Of course, Hades started quite well. But, yeah, I mean, for me, Goofy being the real sort of difference maker. 17 kills to his name. Interesting enough, you know, Kylar only 3 kills. He's really struggled to have the impact. But I guess for the most part, he hasn't really been called upon all too much. And then again, on the other side, Sobble with only 3. Not exactly been a dream start for him in towards map number 2, Vertigo. Just running through some statistics as well. You know, this is a map in which HONORIS play a lot, but to not much effectiveness. They've only got a 29% win rate on this map with 14 maps played in the last 3 months. Where on the flip side, 9, same amount of times played, 14, 71% win rate. Stats alone kind of start to have us leaning quite heftily in favor of this being a 2-0 and 9 booking their tickets towards Brazil. HONORIS need to find something out of nothing, something of some magic, so to say, to be in for the possibility of turning this one in their favor. They've had some decent results recently, or some close ones. You know, Ents, that was a 16-13 loss yesterday. They beat Eyeballers, actually, funnily enough, earlier today on this map, 16-11. In CCT, and I had some, you know, some okay results here and there. Teams like 10 Star, the new Bulgarian roster, very decent little team there. But all in all, when you look at stats, they just don't look too good towards HONORIS. So it does make me ever so slightly worried. But hopefully we'll be back on the way in just a moment. And I've been given the all confirmed that we will be in just a second. Everyone joining back in, and the show will be back on the road. But so far, Scriv, 8-4, not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, 9 will be pretty happy with how they've managed to maintain the lead despite not quite as one-sided as it was initially. We don't really know, I guess, at the end of the day where those 6 rounds came from. Really explosive stuff off the back of the pistol, off the back of the first rifle. But like I say, they've found a round here or there. Pretty big one in the previous as well, because they're able to pretty severely break the bank. They should be able to buy just about, but it's a pretty important buy. We do have everyone in. There we go. Just a little refresh of the HUD, and it's all fixed up. But yeah, pretty important buy here for HONORIS. If they let this one drop, then we're looking at a pretty likely 10 and potential of 11. So really important round for the CT end.
Oh, back in the way, round number 13. The 9, we said way ago that there was a possibility of them finding double digits, and now that's definitely back on. It sort of looked like it was dwindling for a while, or that possibility was sort of escaping them. Now it's definitely back in the realms of possibility. It's just a question of, can they find these consecutive rounds on the board and see some success? For the first time in a while, it seems like they're confidently showing early aggression over towards B. It hasn't really been their default, but a great flash from Goofy nets Kylar an opening kill.
Coming in fast after the extended timeout then. It is a classic. Just go straight rushing in. They also know that they're going to be up against weaker weaponry in a lot of places here. That is definitely the case on B. They've also over-rotated, one might argue, on that HONORIS side of things. Really moving fast. 9 going to use that to their advantage. Taz, though, just goes walking in, catches them rotating nades. They'll still keep it to a 1-for-1 exchange. Kylar being annoying, ultimately. He was pretty quiet in the early rounds, but all of a sudden, he's exploded into life. Nice find onto lunAtic. That should start to seal the deal of this round. 4v2. Not looking good for HONORIS.
Bomb goes down. I think, actually, to be honest, SaMey has to go for a savior, right? There's nothing he can do. I don't mind Sobble maybe poking around. Because, I mean, if Fam has to get it, it's just, it is what it is. But SaMey for sure can't have anything to do with this. Kylar is close to him, though. These could get a little bit uncomfortable on the way out. Oh, Sobble falling. Now the hunt's on. I mean, they got money to work with. 9, you may as well give it a go. And you can sort of see SaMey. He's getting a bit curious. He'll drop Kylar, and that'll beckon over the Hunt to drop this orb. It's a question of, does he keep it in play? Here's the steps. Does he find him? Missed shot. Might be punished as well at close range. Shotgun orb and K-Wall 4, but Goofy will trade. No orb saved across. 9, fine 9. And HONORIS down to just an eco. Back to square one. And there it is. The 5-round lead, and most likely the possibility and the probability that 9 find themselves at double digits before the turn of the half.
Mid stack coming in. Might see Minio make his way over towards this. Looks likely, doesn't it? But HONORIS with a cheesy little stack. Love this. VP used to do them all the time. Which was the team that Taz used to play on, if, you know, maybe you didn't know that. There's a chance, isn't there? There's a chance they might not know, and there you go. Yeah, get that AK away. They're going to go charging in to try and retrieve it. Goofy has his work cut out to stay alive here. Trying to get the spray down doesn't happen for him, so some decent damage coming in. That is for sure. My voice starting to go by the sounds of things.
lunAtic, Taz, both of them are keep that AK in play. There's no point going for this. This was never a round where they're expected to do anything with it. Get a couple of kills. Collect themselves into a rifle. It's good. Actually, there could be a little bit more off the back of this. And there will be. Hades, bit of a jump scare there for him. As lunAtic low on HP, no armor, gets a kill to his name. So, all in all, actually not that bad. Of course, I think there's a little bit of a call for Hunt still. It could actually be made expensive on the way out. Crisp from Kylar. Taz will fall. But I think lunAtic should be okay to keep his AK in play. So, 9 find double digits at the half, at the very least. They're up to 10. A possibility of 11-4. But already this is starting to feel like it's dead in the water. Don't know about you, but for me, this is looking very one-sided. Speaking of one-sided, there's been a one-sided half in the other game. Big ended up winning 12-3 on in the first half on Nuke. They started on the CT side. 12-3. It's pretty dominant.
Finding a bit more of a groove today, I suppose, on the big side of things. Either way, 9 looking to hit 11 here and get this one cleaned up, done and dusted. They're already looking pretty good with 10 on the T side. Their work not quite done yet. Flash comes in. It's a little ineffective. Kylar going to take down Ryko. Minio finds lunAtic. There's a player in behind the sandbags. It looks to be all good here. 4 versus 3 ensues for 9.
Good opportunity. 11. Looking like it's knocking. It's quite a tough angle here to clear for Taz. You can only see kind of the tip of the toes. He's got a good opportunity to see the vast majority of the torso. He'll find one. Flashed off, but it fall away. Hades only good for one. Doesn't expect Sobble in close. That brings it back to a 2 versus 2. And Taz going to step up once again. He knows someone's close. He spams the smoke. But to no avail.
Yeah, 2v2. 45 seconds. Not a lot of control for 9 to work with. Goofy's going to go looking on in. Kai, meanwhile, just drawing the attention of at least one player. Ooh, maybe 2 of them as well. Has to be careful not to give any sound cues away, but Goofy will use this and go rolling on in. There's nobody around. Red carpet for him on the B-bomb site. Nice open plank going to come in. He has to be careful not to go down too fast. His teammate a little bit lagging behind. And unsure whether he can speed up or not. Taz creeping around the smoke. Got the right idea. Takes out Goofy. It's all going to be onto Kai then. And he's had a pretty quiet game, to say the least, coming in from behind. But that tap onto the bomb, there's a player with a kit on it. Taz just really has to keep him distracted. Actually finds the frag for good measure. And that's going to be the half 10-5.
Not bad, not bad at all. We're going to throw this one to a quick break when we are back. Second half on the way. See you all in just a moment. Welcome back. Second half about to begin. 10-5 in favor of 9. And I gotta say, that's pretty dominant. Statistically speaking, a 10-5 half on T-side, you have a 78% chance of winning off the map. So 9, say odds are in their favor.
They go for the run boost there. Not seen that one for a while. It does indeed look good. There's a deagle out for Minio. Okay, then. Certainly an interesting move. He's going to go pushing forwards. They find 2 in the ensuing carnage. Nice find from Sobol, though, but it kind of gives the game away that they're moving towards this B bomb site. We do have Kylar here as the first line of defense. Got to be careful not to go down. Nearly loses his head. Kai will lose his. Not looking too good then. Not a nice find from Ryko. Double entry is absolutely massive. Goofy was a bit late to roll around. They weren't quite sure where the bomb was ending up. HONORIS have got it down and pretty good while doing so. This is going to be a tough one for Goofy. Even this guy on 21-8. It's going to be a tough one. Not ready for this player off to his left. Any damage they can do is good. They're both going to peek into him, and down he will go. HONORIS, get the pistol.
Nice. Good work. Solid from HONORIS, and, well, I think safe to say, needed. A bit of a necessity. Like I said, 78% chance, or statistically, from every map ever played on Vertigo, competitively, that's on HLTV, got a 78% chance. And you look towards 9, and you're thinking, they've been so solid. Not only in terms of just this map, but just generally speaking, Nuke, very solid from them as well. A couple of hiccups on towards their T side at times, but all in all, not a bad performance. Surely, they've got that security in them to see this in their favor. HONORIS need a little bit of a miracle if they want to push this towards our decider. Of course, that is overpass.
Yep. It starts with the pistol, though, of course. We'll see what comes of this early rifle buy that the CTs are going to pull out. There's so far no kills coming, and they will all fall. Not a single, oh, actually, just 5 points of damage. But, you know, nothing really, a little scratch. Nothing really done to the HONORIS boys there. We're waiting on this rifle round from 9, and what's it going to look like?
Yeah, this is where things do get interesting. I do like, you know, 9, the way in which they're going about their CT sides, or just generally kind of their second, third round decisions. You know, when they lose the pistol, they're not like one of those sides who are, you know, overly investing in and trying to force rounds in their favor with not that much brought to the table. A lot of teams just go for this force regardless of whether, you know, win or lose the pistol. I don't think it's always a necessity. I think it can be a little bit overzealous. 9, you understand they've got a lead that they can work with. They don't need to be too, you know, hesitant, I guess, in a way to kind of try and force things back in their favor.
Early peek coming in here. Goofy on the cheese angle. Only good for the 1. Traded instantly. The big information earned. Kylar, meanwhile, edge of this smoke. Trying to find a head. They're just going to leave one down. Meanwhile, K is pushed in. He does get traded instantly, but they've got so much information off the back of that push. 3 on 3. Very hard to know which team's coming out on top here. It feels like neither team, really. It's just stalemates every time.
So quiet right now. 3 versus 3, 2 players making their way over towards stairs. Right now for Kylar, sort of a linchpin to success here. He has to walk away with at least 1 if this is going to be a possibility. Spam, you heard the jump. Good enough. Spam coming through on towards him, and it will find him.
Minio is here pretty quickly to hold down the site itself. And Hades will join him soon. Minio going wide off the back of the flash. Can't find either of them. Finds the frag onto the right, and Hades finds the left. Quick and clinical from the CT side. But yeah, it is worth noting, all jumps can be heard. I know it may seem like, you know, falls can be silent, I believe.
Yes.
But all jumps can be heard, especially if you're close enough and if your game is loud enough, as it will be for these guys.
Yeah, because you can hear the scrunch of their clothes, essentially. It's one of those things where when you're in those sort of situations, when it's a 3 versus 3 for pros, the call will just be cut noise. Because they know any little sound cue, any little tidbit they hear, it's going to be enough to give them the information. And of course, that's what you heard. Even when you're boosted up like that, that small little jump is enough to be heard, hence why the spam comes through. But a pause is called. Hopefully nothing too much. Nah, only brief. I've checked. Just a quick timeout. It should be okay to go in just a second. But so far, so good. Gotta say, it's not been bad at all. I guess though, while we do have a tech pause, Scrib, you feeling a bit of trivia? You want to test yourself again?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, hit me with it.
Okay, well, was it last time we went with a country one? I'll stick along that same. I'll go with kind of geography, right? That rough one. Okay, what country borders 14 different countries and has 8 different time zones? They border 14 countries and they have 8 different time zones. It's one country. Twitch chat as well. Also, feel free to give it a go. I will see your results.
I want to say, surely not 14. Hold on.
No googling it.
I'm not.
I'll have to push you for an answer, Scriv. Lock it in.
Okay, I want to say China, but China only has 1 time zone.
No, it's Russia.
Okay, that was...
It's Russia. Russia is, they border 40 different countries.
Yeah. I didn't think it was that high.
Okay, how about another one while we've got a couple of seconds? Which country, a country have their national animal. Which country's national animal is a unicorn?
Don't know, mate.
It's
New
Scotland.
Zealand. Scotland?
Scotland's
Wow, okay.
national animal is a unicorn. Either way, we're back on the way. Neo's trivia is done for the tech pause, and we're back on the road. 9, 11 to 7. Little 4-round lead. Hang on, Minio, hello. He's just put past you, mate.
Yeah, a little bit weird. He's going to take some damage here as well, is Minio, and he gets caught in between a rock and a hard place in the end, and both of them just slam straight into him. So that is an awkward way to start the round off. Either way, HONORIS not being thwarted by the scary scoreline here and the fact that they lose the first rifle.
Now, of course, HONORIS. Good opportunity for them. Of course, Tad taking a lot. Hang on. Hello. Okay, that is so aggressive, but fair play. AK upgraded too, and they're just double away. Now back to a 4 versus 4. It's a complete reset, and it's completely even playing grounds because both K and Tad's taken significant damage that all it takes is one bullet.
Nice spot coming in from K. HONORIS moving in slow but sure. Oh, so much info off the back of this push. They might even be able to pull off a quick flank. Taz is just hanging around the back trying to gather information. He knows, what his game is, but he's going to find the frag nonetheless. He will get taken down, but still 3v2 looking good. Hades lost his head on the front side. K just looking to hold then. I think they might just go to save, to be honest. There's no way in, yeah, and Goofy's backed off. So will be an 8th for HONORIS.
They've got to keep all of what they've got. It's a question of can they? The hunt, I don't think will be beckoned here. Especially since there's not really too much long-term economy coming through. And yeah, they'll keep all of what they've got for 9. It was an okay start towards the CT side. Slightly struggling a tad now. There we go, HONORIS. Up to 8. Bomb goes off. And there we go. And within 3 rounds as well. A bit of a reach and distance for HONORIS. This is starting to kind of become very doable. It looked like it was going to be one-sided. Like I said, 78% win rate. Or win percentage of, the chance of you taking it off the back of a 10-5 half from T side. Right now, both of these two sides looking better on their T side, which is a complete polar opposite to what we saw on Nuke. It was 10-5 halves, but with rough T sides. At the moment, both HONORIS, of course 9 earlier, looking a little bit more stable when they're setting the tempo.
Yeah, that's very true, actually. I think that might be a big part of why it goes down, is that they just, feel like they need to have this control of the engagements. We'll see. Double nade coming in. No one in that corner. There's a bit of spam from the MP9. A bit of spam traded back. Exact amounts of damage done to SaMey and Minio. They're also exact places on the hood, which is kind of hilarious. Either way, no one coming out on top of these early exchanges.
Couple of taps coming through. Nothing really. As we found right now. Of course, it's mixed by a 9. We've seen these weird, janky ones work. Love to see a Mag 7 in play. What use could it find it? I mean, Kylar, he's been a little bit quiet at times towards this map. Can the Mag 7 be his crux?
Really slow out here from HONORIS, just winding the clock down, looking to go for a late burst. The flash comes in for the MP9. It's only good for 1, but it's going to keep them at bay so heavily. Hades has got to be careful with how he plays this. A bit overconfident. And he'll get taken down. He was the AK player as well. Really big deal. Could have done him some good to play safe, but he thought, maybe find a kill, wind the clock down even further. We'll see aggressive stances being taken here by the CT side. FAMAS can keep them at bay. Only 10 seconds to get the bomb down. Plant's going to come in a little bit crazy. If you ask me, it's actually a fake out. Where's the support? Where's the Mag 7? Where is it? Kylar swapped across to an AK. lunAtic needs to try and get the bomb down here. Not going to be enough time for him to do so. You don't have to take the fight, Kylar, but he still goes for it. Oh my goodness, heart skips a beat or two on that one. 9 will find 12 though.
That got close. Very, very close. Fine old margins there. Kyle taking that fight. That's a big risk. Big risk. But it pays off. First time out called by HONORIS as well. They were very quick to use those earlier. And now, of course, at a 4-round deficit. And now only 4 rounds away from seeing off the map, the series, and winning the IEM Brazil closed qualifiers. You can sort of see why HONORIS are pretty quick to start using them now. The T-side sort of escaping them a little bit. They do have a bit of cash to work with, but it's not conclusive across the board, so it's just going to be a bit of a okay. I was going to say a bit of a half buy, but no. They're fully investing into this Marseille. Pardon me. Double AK. One Galil. Does SaMey have a drop, or is he just opting for a pistol? No, just a Glock for SaMey. No, Tech 9. There we go. Tech 9, a bit of util. Just going to say, opting for just a Glock of 800 would have been a little bit weird. Tech 9, P250, a few rifles. Not exactly a dream here.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe going to catch some overconfidence. So again, K getting in the face of the opponents and does go down. His weapon going to be recovered. So the buy looks a little better as it goes on, apparently. But yes, I'm on your side. I'm not entirely sure if this is wise, but they are confident, if nothing else, on the HONORIS side.
Now they're stacking up a little bit. It looked like they were scared about B. Right call as well. Left B completely barren, and everyone is barreling over here. In comes the util. Flash over as well. The Molotov will limit their presence. And HONORIS, they had a free path towards this B bomb site, but they just took too long to get here.
Kylar and Goofy looking to hold the line. Yeah, I think you are right that they've just kind of telegraphed this and given the game away. Goofy in behind the end of the smoke. Going to look. It's not even him that finds the kill. It's Kylar out from the side that gets it done. Big triple coming in for Kylar. Sobol recovers an AK, but he has not got a hope in hell of getting this round. 13-8. And HONORIS, I don't know about it, man. Now they're going to have to eco a round out. They don't get a bomb plant. 9 will be up to 14 before you know it.
Oh, they're getting close now. For HONORIS, like I was saying earlier, I think the only thing that sells them there is just how slow they are in that rotation. I understand maybe, cutting noise and playing things, methodically. But if they'd just gone quick there, that round's theirs. They take it with relative ease. Everything's okay. Hearing for noise in the cross. On towards bridge. A lot of info heard early doors. For HONORIS then, once again, go back to their standard of cutting noise. Molotov clearing the close angle. Nade in deep. Finding anything for the time being. HONORIS left to just pistols. 9, this should surely be a 14th here.
Looking to try and overwhelm through middle. Run boost onto the boost. Minio does get shot by it, but not taken down by it. Molotov's not quite good enough to keep them at bay, but the AK is. There you go. lunAtic finds one, but ultimately nothing coming out of the round. 14-8 will be the scoreline, and now 9 are in with a good chance of just cleaning it up and securing their spot at IEM Brazil. Can you believe it, eh?
My God. I mean, these two sides both made it through the second open qual. And now look where we are now. I mean, already we were kind of saying about how it's technically speaking an upset for these two sides to be here. Because all the 4 big names, the favorite teams, dropped out in that first round into the lower bracket. They've done so well to continue this level of form. Continue playing at this just unbelievable pace. Unfortunately for HONORIS, just not a lot left in the tank. Last full buy for them, essentially, if they can't convert this.
Oh, dangerous AK sprays coming through here for Kai. He loses his head. He knew the risks. He took them anyway. Minio as well, got to be careful that he doesn't get tracked down too quickly here. Not really respecting how fast Taz could be up. And Taz will win the fight. Taz is having a bit of a game here, to be fair to him. The highest fragger on HONORIS right now. Just needs the rest of the team to join him. Hades going to take him down. 4 on 3. They call off the A attack. HONORIS, again, maybe overthinking things. They do have presence out towards middle, but I don't know about this.
He's rolling back the ears a little bit. I gotta give him his credit. Still in a 4 versus 3. If Hades left alive, Hot Army still believes. We've seen Hades have some magic, and Goofy is absolutely farming right now. 26 and 12. They've got a good read too. Smoking towards backside. Kylar aware of mid. SC engagements, information gained. They know they're going towards B now.
Yep, charging forwards. Goofy going to find one, but he does melt to the fire. It's all going to be on Kylar at the back end of the site, essentially. Around the smoke. Spots 2. Oh, the flash comes round. It's super effective. He's still alive somehow. Going to be able to find the head of the first. Looking for a second. Oh, the spray transfer is nearly there. Hades, meanwhile, there is not enough time. I'm not sure that he's got that in, you know. It's going to be awfully close here. Oh, my goodness. No way. Sobol. Did he hold E? Did he get the bomb out first? Did he click? Are we going back to that argument? Because that was all the way down to the last millisecond. It felt like that timer hit 0. The bomb went down, but the round goes the way of 9.
Yeah, I mean, you have, what, 3.5 seconds technically, right? To get that bomb down. But he must have done it about, what, 3.4. That's unfortunate. It really is. 9, map, series, and Brazil point. And unfortunately for HONORIS, time and money is not great for them. A lot of Utah coming through, in fact. And there's the opener off the back of an aid. K looking to retake a little bit of that control. A bouncing nade in his face, but he doesn't care. He doesn't stop. They continue to farm Scrib. I think this might be all she wrote. Because they're one by one being pulled apart.
Yep, looking likely. Minio's going to take down 2 at the tail end. It's all onto Sobol. To keep them alive, he's got to find 4. And, you know, then they need another 6 rounds after this one. Spots out Kylar. Just gives the game away for Kylar, doesn't it, really? The molly goes down. Sobol not having the best of games. He was pretty hot yesterday against Ents. But 9, ever consistent. Looking really impressive here, this Polish roster. Goofy, who else on this map with his 28 frag will send them to the lower bracket, and they will send themselves to IEM Brazil. Absolutely incredible scenes, and I am still dumbfounded that this is the first team we send there.
Yeah, congratulations to 9. It is just thoroughly deserved. This side continued to impress. Like I said, in the last kind of 15 games, they've only lost 2. One being a derby against Illuminar, another being against Astralis recently, who ended up winning that competition CC that they were in. So, you know, 9 of